we're back in hell. Wrong button. I've been playing... Well, I've been trying to play Halo. I keep pressing the B button instead of the A button. So...
I feel like that wouldn't get you killed as much as it would make you look retarded.
Yeah.
But, speaking of
Now
Halo...
the other way around would get you killed.
Speaking of Halo, I mentioned this to Nick earlier, but Chris, I think the Master Chief Collection has another fucking bug. Thanks 343 for never putting it correctly. Alright, not enough power points. The controller decides to non-responds. Like, yeah.
By the way, ports are... remasters are different, but ports are almost never made correctly.
Yep.
It's a super risky job to do a port. People think it's easier. It's not. It's actually much harder.
Isn't both CE and Halo 2 both a port and a remastered?
They're more ports than remasters. They're just ports with an extra skin. They'll call them remasters, but because they ported it first and then added a remaster on top of it, everything, you get all the bugs with the port still.
Yeah, it's one of the major flaws with going with this setup.
You have to remember the differences between old video games and new video games, and don't even get me started on the ancient ones, worked completely different. Everything was completely different back then.
Why the hell does he have a level 24 Wurmple?
Because
Everstone.
Hooray for ports. Seven more levels, I believe, until it evolves. But I would like to record Halo, but if it is indeed a bug where the controller stops responding in the game, that's a game-breaking bug where you can't play the stupid game. Really? We're going with this bullshit again where it's going to survive 1 HP?
For instance, if you play... Yeah, the Master Chief Collection is just entirely a port, really.
Yeah.
They'll call it a remaster, but that's because it sounds fancier. It sells better.
Well,
But you get all these games in one!
and without
I know.
it,
How many times have we heard that throughout eons? Oh yeah, you can get 1,000 games on one cartridge.
I want to know why Reach is $10 on the Master Chief Collection, whereas ODST was $5.
I want to know why they're selling the friggin' PC version right now, despite the fact that it only has one damn game on it. And
I think it's not 2, isn't it?
it might be a 2, but even still, 2 games on it when I could just buy it for the Xbox One and get all of them.
Because there's been a movement for a long time coming. It's like, hey, we want Halo back on the PC.
Back on the PC? It didn't start on the PC, and it was real. It did not want to be on the PC to begin with.
No.
Hold up, you're telling me that it's a port on the PC?
Yes.
Yeah.
My
It was
mind
first
has
for
to-
it was first for the original Xbox, and then several years later, it was ported to the PC as Halo Combat Evolved. Same with Halo 2. Halo 2 was released for the Xbox and then released for the PC as Halo 2 Vista.
Wait,
and then
whoa,
they stopped
whoa,
doing it.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Halo 2 was on the PC?
Yes, don't
Yeah.
play it.
I don't recall this. I only
I have
ever...
it.
Hell, the only
I have
one...
it. It's right behind me.
The only PC port that I have is the OG Halo.
Yeah, look up Halo 2 Vista.
Something tells me I don't want to.
I mean, it's not good, but I would say it's better than playing Halo 2 on the Xbox 360. And no, they didn't release it for the 360, but you could play the Xbox version on the 360, but oh my god. No, don't.
Sounds like a bunch of things how you should nope, nope, nope at.
That's a very good example of how reverse compatibility is not the best thing. I honestly do not know why people always fight for reverse compatibility. Okay? Maybe on paper it sounds fantastic. Okay? I'm not a fan of it at all. It seems like, oh yeah, it's so convenient. I can throw out my console. First of all, that technology is insanely complicated. You essentially, by default, a console cannot run a previous console. It essentially has to run an emulator within it, which will take up 90% of the processors, and it gets absolutely flustered and broken. Horrible system, and it doesn't work well. Even when the game runs, you get flickery graphics, resolution issues, bugs out the wazoo. Some games are just not compatible at all.
Looking at Xbox 360 for a premier case.
Yeah, and 50% of its hardware is dedicated to it, despite the fact that it's not being used all the time. If you want to play the old games, just buy the old console.
Or download it illegally, which I do not endorse.
Oh yeah? Okay, go ahead and download a 3DS game.
Okay, we both know 3DS emulators are a long ways off.
You know it's also a long way off? 3DS hardware. Speaking of, that's another that console literally, if you like rip it open, has DS and 3DS modes. 50% of its entire hardware is dedicated to running a virtual DS.
That's
that goes
a thinker.
unused when you're playing a 3DS game.
Oh, hell.
So maybe if they had ditched the stupid DS, now there is such a thing as perfect reverse compatibility. It's very rare. It's also very complex, and not a lot of consoles have it. And even it usually uses a little trickery to get running.
Wasn't the original DS true backwards compatibility?
Yes, the original DS was. The GameCube was also.
Yeah. Wait, you mean on the Wii, right?
No. I mean,
right.
I mean with like Game Boy games.
Game Boy Player.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and the Wii was close. The Wii was close.
But
It blew it. It's close. It runs most games, but it still runs a virtual GameCube.
Yeah, I can see that.
that makes
Even
sense.
though it has some GameCube
Right.
hardware on it.
Hold up. I looked away for 1 second. What move did it just use?
Strength.
No. How did the touch talks? That's not what I meant, you...
I don't question it. Just keep going.
What you think it used?
I don't think... Unless it used Whirlwind, which is weird as hell. Tropicus? Tropicus? Ow.
But if you,
He's in the
for instance,
northern area.
if you tried to run, did it freeze?
Nope.
Oh, there you go.
Just Justin's shitty shirt again.
Yep. Before I say anything, let's wait first. So, yeah, although most of the games did work with the Wii, in fact, they worked very well, and
I keep
it
forgetting that.
actually has some very good things about it. There was a massive issue with being able to do that, and that is, well, let me just say that some games just you could not play on a Wii. There's no way. Like, if you took I don't know, I know the GameCube Action Replay. It's a GameCube disc.
Wait,
You put it in the Wii, it won't work.
There's a GameCube Action Replay?
Yeah, I used to have one of it as a kid. Usually,
The Action
I
Replay...
didn't cheat.
The only action replay I ever had was for the Advance and the DS.
I will admit, I didn't really cheat at games, but I did love cheating after I beat the game. Just like see like all the cool things, get to like dev rooms and stuff like that.
The only time I legitimately cheated to beat the game was that one Yu-Gi-Oh game. Fuck you, Kaiba.
You talking about Forbidden Memories?
Mm-hmm.
I don't blame you. Dude, kind of sucks in that one. He's cheating his ass off, so why not? I didn't know that as a kid, but I just thought he was really lucky.
Why did I? That was loud.
My god, that's his second Blue Eyes Ultimate and his third Regeki he's gotten in the last 5 turns.
Cheating bastard.
What a lucky guy!
Beyond a cheating bastard.
I mean, he totally just swiped, like, I put down a card, he puts down Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. He then plays Regeki and attacks my life points directly.
And just think, Regeki was banned for a decade until they brought it back for the monster spam.
That's like over 4,000 life points down. I only have 8,000. And then he does it again with another Blue Eyes Ultimate. Like, you cheating bastard! How am I supposed to beat that?
How am I supposed to be the thing if it keeps...
Simple. You open
Fuck
with Exodia.
off!
Yeah, you got to open with Exodia.
Ugh.
No, you gotta have Reiki and Dark Hole on like speed draw.
Destiny draw.
And I wouldn't use Dark Hole because if you use Dark Hole, you'll probably put another Blue Eyes Ultimate.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's when you just Dark Hole before you summon.
First of all, there's no such so you can just place cards. So there's no need to special summon in that game. Okay? And if you play Reiki, it's going to destroy everything on both sides of the field and then end your turn.
That's not what
Ooh.
Regeki does. What the hell?
No, I said Dark Hole.
No, you said Regeki, but I get you.
Oh, I said Regeki, but I meant Dark Hole. Yeah, Regeki is the one that you want to use because it doesn't take out all your cards and leave you open to a next attack.
That sounds like a programming bug. Because Dark Hole is not supposed to end the turn.
Dark Hole will end your life. I forgot about this crazy lady. This crazy lady. And I'm out of power points for Thunderbolt. Makes me sad. Oh, back to my tank. Moving forward in this ultimate Pokemon game. Do I have the bike? Yeah, I have this bike. But I don't care. I don't care about berries. Pokemon Ranger! Fight me! At least I think it's a Pokemon Ranger. Gloom. I should be able to beat it with a 10 level advantage, right?
Yeah.
I'd say.
Thank God it did not stun me. There's the full restore, the bullshit item in the game. Good thing nobody knows max revive.
Yeah, like I said, someone needs to make a mod.
Speaking of which, I learned something very interesting about Vileplume when I transferred all my Pokemon to the home application.
Yeah.
The Vileplumes have different patterns depending on which game they're from. Previous from Gen 6, it's a certain pattern, and Gen 7 and upwards, it's another pattern.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
At first I thought it was I was tripping out until I double checked it. Thanks, Gloom, for reminding me, and I am running out of power points. I could teleport, but nobody wants me to backtrack. Right? No, not the Pokénav again. The most annoying feature in Emerald.
It's the Pokegear all over again.
The Pokénav. What do you
Yeah.
want? Oh boy.
Next time, we're reaching the weather station. And we get a bullshit Pokemon called Castform.
Leave Castform alone!
It doesn't do anything! Click here to subscribe, or click here for more content.